You're here to confront your husband's mistress and to prove her 1-month-old daughter, Kiesia, is not his biological daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Furthermore, you say, if you learn today that the child is in fact your husband's, your marriage is over.
That's right, Your Honor.
Ms. Lipscomb, you say that you have no doubt your child is her husband's daughter. You claim he had sex with you, made a baby, and now she needs to deal with the truth.
That's right, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson is waiting outside of the courtroom and we'll meet him shortly. But first, Ms. Jackson, tell me, how did you find out your husband may be having a child with his mistress?
Your Honor, let's talk about that. I got an epiphany, call it woman's intuition, whatever you want. Well, I went to my husband's job. It was about 9:30 or 10:30 at night. And he approached the car. We talked for a few minutes. And to end our conversation, I told him, I feel as though there's something going on that you hadn't told me. Because he had been distant in the days prior to. I had put him out. So, Your Honor, and as we were standing outside talking, we were in the front of the building, and the defendant pops up in the car like she's Ricky Raccoon or somebody, Your Honor. Upon hearing my voice, I turned around and I went and knocked on the window. I asked her if she knew my husband. I called him by name. She said she did. She introduced herself as his girlfriend. I said, well, hi, girlfriend, because I'm his wife. Like, at that point, your role is kind of insignificant. Like, I'm his wife. Nice to meet you. So she and I proceeded to talk. She started to tell me about how they were intimate, how she lived with him at the hotel that he was presently staying at. So Miss Lipscomb, upon meeting her, she told me she was 3 weeks pregnant. This was November 25th. He wears his wedding, well, not lately, Your Honor, but he wore his wedding band faithfully. Well, if I see a wedding band on a man's finger, then I ain't gonna continue to talk to him. It ain't no, maybe I don't care what he tell me. So at that time, she told me, oh, well, he told me it was from a prior marriage. That didn't even sound right. Why would I still be wearing?
So, hold on. Let me just go over to Miss Lipscomb. You remember this encounter?
Yes, and she's not being all the way honest.
Okay, what is it you feel she's leaving out?
I don't know what her intentions was when she came to that job. Why did she come up there or why didn't she come up there?
That's my husband.
I've never seen her a day in my life. I knew her voice. I was sitting up.
How did you know her voice?
Because when I'm around Mr. Jackson and she calls and the kids calls, that's how I know her voice is so high pitched. You can hear her through the phone. But she was always labeled as my BM, which is my baby mother. BM does not spell wife. Wife is spelled W-I-F-E.
Oh, she can spell, Your Honor. Wow. Okay.
So it didn't dawn on me to ask, are you married now? Because if you're married now, why have you been living in a room for 3 to 4 months? And I have a key to your room.
For 3 to 4
I got clothes in your room. I'm in your room every day, every night.
Your Honor,
I'm in your room every day, every night. I've never seen this woman. I've never seen this woman.
So he never said my wife put me out?
No, I never knew anything about a wife.
Your Honor,
he was labeled as BM, my baby mother.
And he didn't have a ring on?
He had the ring, but the ring was never saying that this is my wife. The ring said this is from my previous marriage.
But why do you wear a ring from a previous marriage on the ring finger?
Common sense, fall and get some.
I mean, that's to each his own. He wear what he want to wear. He do what he want to do.
Your Honor, AKA she trifling, and that's what trifling females do.
At that point, I feel like if this is your husband and this is so you say y'all working on your family, you trying to get it together, why is your husband in the room and not at home with you and your kids?
When I met her in the car that night, like I said, she told me she was pregnant. Maybe a week after that, I was talking to, because my husband went to jail that night, Your Honor. He and I was angry enough,
She called
Your Honor. I was angry enough.
He sent them to jail.
To send him to jail, Your Honor. It was an impulsive decision, and I understand it was not the right decision, Your Honor. But yes, I sent him to jail because I knew that he had some legal issues going on in another state. The next morning, I go to the room to find Miss Lipscomb laying in the bed crying.
I told you I was going back to the room when you was in the car talking to me. I have belongings at that room. I'm going back to that room, and I would not leave that room until the morning.
All right. Bottom line, we've got a wife and a mistress fighting over one man in Jerome. I'm ready to meet this man.
Hey, watch your step going up the steps. So.
Mr. Jackson, thank you for joining us today.
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm still here because I'm listening to a mess. Yeah. I am listening to a situation here.
He created it, Your Honor.
And you are in the middle of it.
You helped.
Ms. Lipscomb says she had no idea you had a wife.
No, she didn't, because I never mentioned it to her, Your Honor.
So that part of her statement is true. You never told her you were married.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson, you are the perpetrator of this mess. Because I'm gonna be straight up. When Miss Lipscomb first started talking, I didn't believe for 1 minute that she didn't really know you were married. Until you sat down in this chair and confirmed the lie. You told her.
Oh, I didn't tell her no lie. I just didn't never mention it to her. She never asked. I never mentioned.
And so you would need to learn the lesson that anything less than the whole truth is a lie.
Your Honor, not only have we had conversations, before I didn't deny the child, I went and bought over $900 and some worth of stuff for her baby, Your Honor.
It wasn't $900.
And you did that because...
Your Honor, like I told her, from the conversation, Your Honor, she seemed really distraught. She said that, I don't know how it feels not to know who your child's father is, Your Honor. So as a woman, I feel obligated, woman to woman, whether it's my husband's child or not, out of the kindness of my heart, Your Honor, I understand that we all have shortcomings. So yes, I went and bought things for the baby. At that time, I believed that she had left, like she was done trying to be with my husband or mess with my husband, Your Honor, because that's the idea that she gave me. As far as I know, it went on, it ended when Mr. Jackson went to jail. Is what I knew.
Okay, so let's stop that. Period. Pause. Miss Lipscomb, did the affair end when he went to jail?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have not been intimate with him since?
Yes, ma'am, I have. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, what happened when you found out your mistress was pregnant?
I found out when I was in jail, because I guess the beginning of the year, her birthday time, she got sick and went to the hospital. And my wife told me that she said she was pregnant then.
On her Facebook page, Your Honor, she had listed that she was going to the hospital. At that time, Your Honor, she was with another man, and I have evidence, if you would allow me to present it, Your Honor, of her talking about her and this other man. That
Okay, so this proves, Jerome, let me see this. This is another man.
Yes, Your Honor, she told
It
me
was
that
never
that
a
gentleman
secret that
was
I had
taking
a
care.
boyfriend in the beginning. Your husband knew just like you.
Your
So
Honor,
don't act
she
like it
said
was a
that the
secret
young
that I
man
was
was
dealing
taking
with
care
anybody.
of her when she was sick, Your Honor. She said that the young man was
And yes,
taking
he did,
care of her.
and your husband know that too.
It
So
was,
what else are you
that
trying
it was
to prove?
the young man's baby. From my standpoint, it's a community baby. It's anybody's baby because she's community
It
share
ain't
property.
yours. It ain't
Your
yours,
Honor.
so I don't understand why
Thank
you're
God,
worried
Your
about it.
Honor, I went
So
out.
hold on now. Let me just read this. I'm alive and healthy, and a lot of people don't make it to C27. It would be a blessing for me.
Look at that. Wow. You see that?